Hello children, today I will be teaching you chapter 6, solids, liquids and gases. Before we begin this chapter, let us see what is matter. What is matter? Everything around us is made up of matter. For example, book, pen, pencil, wood, rubber, water, air. Everything is matter only. And what is matter? Matter means anything that has mass and occupies space. That is called matter. And matter is made up of small particles called molecules. Matter exists in 3 states. They are solids, liquid and gases. So first let us see what is solid. In solid, the molecules are closely packed, tightly packed. There is very little space, negligible space between the molecules. So, solid has definite shape and definite volume. It is hard, rigid. It is incompressible. It cannot be compressed. And it cannot flow because molecules cannot move. Because there is no space between the molecules. It cannot move. So, it cannot flow. Solid cannot flow. Second state, liquids. Liquids, in between the molecules, there is a little space, less space. Some space is there, but the space is less only. Okay? Because of that less space, it can move. It can slip over one another. The molecules of liquid can slip over one another. So, it has definite volume, but no definite shape. The liquid take the shape of the container in which it is poured. It can flow because it can slip over. Molecules can slip over one another. So, liquid can flow and it can compress up to some extent. It can be compressed up to some extent. Okay. Then third one, gases. Gases, the space between the molecules. There is a lot of space. Between the molecules. So, the molecules can move in any direction. It can flow. Since there is a lot of space between the molecule, it can be easily compressed. It is highly compressible. Gases are highly compressible. Okay? It can flow. It has no definite shape. There's no definite shape and no definite volume. So these are the properties of gases, solids and liquids. Okay. Liquids can take the shape of the container in which it is poured. That one I'll give an activity. Okay, show an activity. That means if you take a glass of water, what is the shape of the water? That is, the shape of water is the glass itself. What is the shape of the glass? That is the shape. Okay, that water. And the same volume of water, if you pour the same volume of water, if you pour in a cup, what is the shape of the cup? That is the cup shape. So, liquid can take the shape of the container in which it is poured. So, it has no definite shape. Okay. Then, next one, air. Okay. Next, air. Air is also considered as matter. Why? Because it has mass and it occupies space. It is a mixture of gases. And what are the constituents of air? Constituents of air are oxygen, nitrogen and hydrogen, carbon dioxide, water vapor, smoke, dust, etc. Okay? In that, among all these gases, the most important gas is oxygen. Oxygen, 21% of air contains oxygen. 21% of air contains oxygen. And 78% of air contains nitrogen. And the rest 1% contains other gases. Other gases like carbon dioxide, hydrogen, helium, krypton, argon, water vapor, smog, dust, etc. Okay. So, see oxygen. What is the use of oxygen? We all know that we need oxygen for breathing. We need oxygen for breathing. And one more use is there. We need oxygen for burning. We need oxygen for burning. One activity is there to show that air is needed for burning. For that, you take two candles, light the candles and place it on a table. And one of the candle, you put a glass tumbler over one of the lighted candle. What will you observe? After some time, the candle which is under the glass, that flame goes off after some time. Why? Because when first that candle uses, the flame uses, the candle uses oxygen in the oxygen of the air in the glass. First it used to burn that candle. Okay. Then once the oxygen is used up, it cannot burn any longer. It cannot burn any longer. Okay. That means the flame goes off. But the other candle, it continue burning. It will continue burning. Okay. It will continue. That flame will not go. The flame will not go. That means air is needed for burning. Okay. Then second one is nitrogen. Nitrogen is inactive gas. Nitrogen is inactive gas and it is used by all living beings. It is used by all living beings. But we cannot take nitrogen directly. Plants take nitrogen from the soil in the form of nitrogen compounds. And animals get nitrogen when they eat these plants. Okay. Then next one, carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is present in very small quantity, that is 0.03% in air. And what is the use of carbon dioxide? Carbon dioxide is used by green plants to make food in the presence of sunlight, chlorophyll and water by the process of photosynthesis. Next one, water vapor. Water vapor in the air comes from the evaporation of water. From the water bodies. Okay, when the water from the water bodies evaporate, water vapor comes in the air. And the amount of water vapor in the air is called humidity. It is called humidity. So what is humidity? Humidity means the amount of water vapor in the air is called humidity. And the other gases present in air are the 1%. Other gases, they are helium, hydrogen, carbon dioxide, krypton, argon, then smoke and dust. Among all these one, hydrogen is the lightest gas. And as I told you, air contains smoke and dust also. But the percentage of smoke and dust varies from place to place. In industrial areas, smoke and dust, that percentage is high. But in rural areas, it is less. And if too much of dust and smoke is there, that means air is polluted. Okay. So in this video, this much only, learn the 3 states of matter, their properties and constituents of air. Okay. Hope these topics are clear for you. Thank you for watching.